Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for the weekend of Friday, March 27th through Sunday, March 29th, 2026. It's for my singles. We're going to ask our spirit guides today what's next in love, what's coming towards you. I do have some charms and initials, so we will get some evidence or some clues. Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life recently. Welcome back, everybody. This is for all signs and any sign that you may be thinking of today. Welcome back. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Very grateful Spirit has sent you our way. Let's see what we have. I have 10:10 on the clock when I'm recording this, the start of this reading. That's a good way to start. Always start with a little angel number. There you go. Spirit, please share with me. I ask for loving messages. What is it that you have for us this weekend, heading into the days ahead, few days ahead, few days after, whenever you find this reading, it's meant to be. I am listening for you now. I have a marriage, wedding bells. For those of you that are manifesting a marriage that you would love to be married someday, or somebody that you're thinking of, I would love to be in a committed long-term relationship with that person. So is Spirit saying, hey, let's keep this on our mind for some of you. Some of you don't want that. You've been there, done that. I get it. And manifesting the one, very soon your true love will arrive. I love these cards because there's a little fairy up here in the corner, and there's this sense of fairy dust. There's this sense of, this magic kind of spun around us, and that this magic brings us together, so a little bit of fairy dust love. I'm going to say it that way. So for those of you that believe in our beautiful little fairies, Spirit, please share with me, what do you have? And I have a proposal. Your romance is about to evolve and level up. So is this the one? Is this the one you'll spend the rest of your life with? Is this the one that is a true lasting love? I know a lot of you just want something to last, whether it's a formal commitment or not. It's the short-term relationships, I think, that break our heart the most, that we put, 6 months into somebody, we're really, really in love, everything's going great, and then boom, something happens and we have to start all over again, or, a year or two. I think it's the short-term relationships and just the challenges of starting all over again with somebody new. So a lasting love, Spirit, we ask that you guide us to a lasting love. I have Temperance, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and a Page of Pentacles. This feels like I have been rebuilding another area of my life. For somebody out there, you could be starting a new business. Maybe you started a new job. Maybe you started a second job. You're thinking about additional income. So your mind might not be on necessarily this person, or a person coming into your life. So there's a little bit of caught off guard energy because your mind really has been focused on something else. And maybe this person, it's like when you least expect it, that you're caught off guard. But I do feel like you have been struggling between finding balance in your life and then this kind of interruption in your life. So sometimes you feel like everything's going your way, and then they're calling it a rocky road at other times. So you're just trying to find as much balance and peace in your life at this point. And then when life throws you this kind of curveball, I feel like you just throw yourself back into that mindset of, I just have to get through this and get my balance back. So you're working on other areas of your life when this person comes in. You could be, like I said, trying to build some additional income, build a business, work on your own job, your own finances. Even if you're not working, you could just be looking at different ways to save money, budgeting your income, things like that, but not necessarily looking for love. And maybe that's what, maybe that's the perfect timing, is when you're not looking, when you don't have your mind on it. I have a Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and a Justice. Yeah, I'm going to say when you least expect it, love, this is all love, least expect it. It is a sense of somebody coming into your life. There's a lot of loving energy, a little bit of coming in out of nowhere. And believe it or not, it's like, lo and behold, the person that I want to be with. So this night is filled with charm, is how it's coming in. I feel charm, charisma, a little bit of checking all the right boxes. I'm going to say handsome, beautiful. This is definitely somebody you could see yourself with long term. Maybe that's not your first thing you're thinking about, but somehow you end up there. I think that the love speaks for itself. There's loving feelings, Spirit saying, even with this page, even if it's a flirty energy, a questioning energy, a get to know you energy, it's all with this kind of loving energy, caring energy. So I do feel like you are picking up on this. They're filling your heart, Spirit just said. And so this is something that you were definitely not expecting. We are very hopeful. There's a sense of hope. There's a sense of fulfillment. There's a sense of happiness. I would say that, definitely. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need me to know? I have a Scorpio energy, Queen of Water, so Queen of Cups even. So here's this beautiful sense of within 3 to 6 months. Could be a Scorpio coming in, could be just that emotional energy opening up. I have a Phoenix, the Scorpio also, feeling reborn, rising up from the ashes, opening up something inside of you. You haven't tapped into this area of your life for a little while. It feels good, they're saying. I have a Taurus energy, a provider, secure, dependable, stable. I like the piercing eyes. It's almost a sense of I see you, I hear you. I understand you. I have a Libra, legal, fair, balanced, integrity, truth. I feel that I am here for you. There's a sense of honesty in this connection as well. That could be something that you really struggle with. I want somebody that's lasting and honest. I want somebody that's loyal. The element of spirit, timeless life force, source energy, allow and trust in divine timing. Of course. Thank you, Spirit. We always get that in somehow in every single one of my readings. So thank you, Spirit. I appreciate all of your guidance and your advice. I'm very, very grateful. Spirit, let's see what we have. Tell me more about this connection. I have a love offer, a new door. I do feel like it's very charming. I do feel that there's a sense of whimsy about it too. There's a sense of that fairy dust, that wave your magic wand energy. Maybe we do things that are really just fun in the beginning. They're just very romantic, and they're things that new couples do, and it's fun. And when you become an old couple and you've been together for a while, you're not doing those things anymore. So I'm going to say enjoy it. I'm going to say, enjoy the champagne while it lasts, that new fun energy, a healing energy. I have recovered. I have overcome pain, that feeling of balance I had with that temperance earlier, that you are just working so wholeheartedly on being grounded and finding balance in your life. So that is a priority for you at this stage. You feel like you're in a good place. Spirit's saying, yeah, here's my fairy dust again. I love it. There's a little bit of, is this real? Is it too good to be true? Is it a love offer? I'm going to say yes. I mean, I feel that there's a little bit of both, that it's real and it's magical. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with kind of daydreaming about where do we go from here or what's going to happen next. As long as we're being realistic, as long as we aren't, giving ourselves false hope for somebody that doesn't have the same feelings or isn't moving in the same direction. But I do feel like there's a little bit of kind of magic around it, an unrequited love, not the same anymore and lost the spark. So we do want to hold on to that spark. If you haven't felt this for a long time, we want to stay in that energy. We want to keep that spark alive, that adult dating energy, that I'm having a good time. I like it for what it is. I just love being with you energy. So we want that. The shadow sides, okay, hidden, unknown. Everybody has a shadow side, but I'm going to say more along the lines of we will get there. We will share the unknown. Okay. Right now, I feel like this is more playful and flirty and having a good time. And then we'll get into, what's behind the curtain, what's under the rug, what's in the closet. But that doesn't have to come out in the first, period of time, certainly not in the first few dates. We can get deeper and vulnerable later. You're inspiring me. There's a part of me that says we do things I wouldn't normally do. So whether it's entertainment, art shows, I don't know, exhibits, music venues, a little bit of stepping out of the kind of box that I normally am in and trying some new things. Maybe this person says, hey, I want to go see this. And, they're more up to getting out more. So maybe they encourage you to move in a different direction than where you normally go. Sheltered off, I have trust issues. I feel insecure at times. I'll put that with the shadows. That's something that we share. I feel like that comes out as we grow, as we start to realize we have feelings for each other, that we are, vulnerable. It's as easy as that. Spirit, can I have some initials? Let's see if we can start to get a handful of clues. Spirit, what? First initials, last initials. What is it that you want me to know? An X, maybe U, an I, an O, an N, G, T, M, K, H. I have a B. I have an L. And then I have, let's get my double letters for today. I have first letter, second letter of a first name or a last name. So for somebody that is thinking about somebody, let's see what these messages say. I have an S-A, D-E, A-A, C-R, B-R, R-E, J-U, M-O. Let's get a couple more. I have E-D, and I have an R-A today. So some of you, those could be just, keep your eyes open for those initials. And others of you, that's definitely connecting you to someone who could be on your mind. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages that you have. Whoa, where are we going? Let's see. Defeat. I've been defeated. Like I said earlier, I feel that the struggle is the short-term relationships. that I date somebody for a little bit of time and it doesn't go anywhere. So that's why I feel like Spirit says, well, stay in the magic, stay in this. I'm loving being with you. I'm trying new things. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone with this person. There is a sense of this person was a knight, a charming, charismatic knight. So maybe we just go for the ride, you know, and just see where it takes us and don't worry about where we're going to be. But we did get a sense of commitment down the road, setting boundaries, saying no to the wrong person. Don't waste your time. You guys know that. You know, somebody comes into your life and it's not what you want. Don't lead them on. Don't pretend. Just say, I don't think this is something that's going to work. You know, you're not interested. I have communication, seeing eye to eye. I like this. I like information coming in from like all these different sources, talking about a lot of different things. It also feels like helping hands to me. Feels a little bit of, I see you for who you are also. And I have love. I do feel the feelings coming in. I'm starting to feel the connection. This also came into me as tears of worry for some reason. That I'm worrying that if I give you my heart, I'll get hurt. I'm worrying that you won't love me or you'll leave me, you know, so to try not to go down that path. I that's your vulnerability, that's insecurity, but it did come into me as tears of worry. Try to have it be tears of joy if we can. I'm so in love with you. That self-doubt. Okay. Yeah. Try to focus on yourself, that you deserve this kind of love. If somebody's loving you and being good to you, you deserve it. You're supposed to have that love. So, but we all have, you know, we all have insecurities on some level. A sense of freedom. We both want our freedom, but we want to be connected. I like this. Like we can both be our own person and have our own roots, but we can still be connected by this kind of magical rainbow and this loving space between us. So we can remain our individuality and still feel connected. And I like this movement. I like all of this. I like the love, the movement, the freedom, the magic wand. You guys know I love magic wands. Just the sense of it's happening. And even that movement is not a straight line. It is not. They're calling it ribbon candy. Do you remember ribbon candy when you were a kid? Wow, where did that come from? Spirit, thank you for that. That was cool. I used to love ribbon candy. So, but it's not a straight line is really what they're showing you. It's movement. It's movement forward and showing that we're connected on a deeper level, on a deeper plane. So I'm going to go with that for now. Let's see what else they want us to know. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Page of Wands, 10 of Cups. I have a Fool. And I have an Emperor. The page came into me as I'll travel great distances to see you. Now, some of you, it could be, I'm just going to go out of my way to be with you, that I have to set time aside for you in my busy schedule. I have to kind of plan our time together around work or responsibilities. And then others of you, they may have to travel to be with you. They may, whether it's an hour, half hour, or a flight. But it was, I will travel great distances to be with you, is how Spirit said it to me. I have to tell you, I'm just going to go with happily ever after for a second, because this does feel like, when you least expect it, happily ever after comes in. I mean, that is how this is feeling in this reading. So for those of you that I want to say are starting to get discouraged, would be a good word, that when am I going to find my person, or how am I going to find my person? Just keep believing that happiness is out there for you. It's out there for everyone. And whoever this is, it's somebody that you're going to admire, look up to. They're in a league of their own, Spirit just said. So they could be very established or well on their way, own their own business, top of their game, top of their industry, very, very successful. So you could really be excited about the possibilities with this person. But in the meantime, it's magical. You're enjoying being with this person. You're doing things you haven't done, maybe if ever, okay, maybe trying new things, you know, going to things that maybe you haven't ever tried before. Let's get some charms. Let's see what they have for charms for you today. So this beautiful little bunny bowl. What does it say? It says, "Sun bunny needs a treat." How cute. I never noticed that. Okay. So let's get a nice scoop. I'm going to dig down into the bottom because there's lots and lots of charms. And I'm going to go down here and we're going to see what all these charms say. There's my magic wand. Look at, there it is. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like Cinderella. Look, Cinderella and the magic wand. So definitely a dream. There's a dream. It's a dream come true. I didn't think that this exists. I thought this happened to everybody else. I thought it wouldn't come to me in my own lifetime, but here it is. Okay, this is a reindeer. I know that is. It says, after all this time, this person comes into your life. So there you go. And the number 27, that's the Friday of this weekend, isn't it? Okay, the weekend reading is the 27th through the 29th. I have a T. So maybe Friday night. Friday night is date night. How's that? You know, like that's the night we're going to meet this person. So I'm going to throw that out there. That Friday night I have a date. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Bat. Okay. But it looks like the bat's hanging upside down, almost like the hangman, like kind of patiently waiting. They sleep upside down, don't they? So the sense of waiting, I'm going to put that with patience. And the little butterfly and the pearl was kind of a one-of-a-kind energy. And then here's another Cinderella. So we've got two Cinderellas. So that might have meaning to someone. And I have a baby. Okay, maybe I have wishes for a child. I want to have a family still. I have the letter R. What is this? I think this is a shield. This looks like a little police shield. Okay, is somebody connected to law enforcement? Is somebody a cop? Somebody in the legal system? Something like that. I have a follow my heart energy. So I'm definitely going to follow my heart. I think that's important. She believed she could and she did. I didn't give up on myself. I didn't give up on the belief. I do feel like somebody is spending a lot of time working on other areas of their life. And it's not that you forgot about your romantic life, but you just are kind of waiting, you know, and what it is. So it's not like that's all you think about. You're putting your energy into other things. I have a Eiffel Tower. So that came into me, not so much as Paris, but as kind of standing the test of time. Okay, more along the lines of the lasting love that I felt earlier. So something that would stand, you know, forever, this unique energy with the snowflake. Okay. I had a scarf too. So I'm going to put the scarf and the snowflake together. So it could be somebody that you both live in a climate where you'd actually have to wear scarves and it's cold. I'll keep you warm, they just said. So that could be going on. I have leaves, so the leaves change. So somewhere where we have a change of season. I love the change of seasons. Maybe I really appreciate the change of seasons. Yeah, and I have a beach chair. So that also is telling me, and yeah, I'm going to put this little heart. Like, I love the change of seasons. I like different things about each season. So maybe somebody who lives somewhere that definitely this change of seasons is a big deal. Okay, so here are our charms, and they are very, very pretty. And let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, what do you need us to hear today? What's important about this connection? Anything that you want us to understand about it? Look forward to? I'm going to say a dream come true. I really do feel that. I like the Friday date night too. Tell me about that, Spirit. Anything about that? I have a flowing memory, cleansing my heart for new love, flowing with financial changes. I've been clearing off my debts, okay, so that I can move on. Yeah, there's a sense I've been taking care of myself in another area of my life, so that maybe I'm getting something off my plate. Maybe you've decided to move or downsize. Maybe you've taken on a second job or changed jobs recently. But I do feel like that has helped with either lifting a burden off your shoulders so that you can be available for other things in your life. You don't have so much weighing you down. So that could be going on. Silent sentinel. Beginnings require courage and love. Break through your blocks. Step into prosperity. Enter, guard, refresh, start. But this gate opening, this feeling of open this gate and walk through. I mean, that's a metaphor for, hey, it's time to get to work here. Put your energy out there. Don't be afraid to walk through that gate. Don't be afraid on what's on the other side. And let's get one more, an eternal hope. Every ending is a new beginning in love. Going in circles, ups and downs. Keep the faith, keep going, and believe. I love that. I think that that's something to hold on to for today. So we're going to end with that because I think that that's perfect, right? Everything goes in this kind of eternal circle, all with this feeling of I believe and I hope. So we are going to put this out into the universe. If this kind of energy is in your life today, how wonderful. Keep it going. Keep it magical. If you are calling this in, let's put this into the universe now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments, your kind words. I appreciate all of them. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamlinPsychicMedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels. I'll put the links in the description below. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Friday night is date night. We'll put that out into the universe, and we'll see you all again real soon.